This is my first time posting, and I'm not exactly sure what I hope to get out of it. Perhaps a new perspective. A little background. My fiancé and I have been together since high school. We're in our late 20s now, and we've been engaged, planning for a fall wedding. He's been my whole world, and his family treats me like their own. His siblings consider me a big sister. It's been a beautiful journey, but things have taken a difficult turn. I've made some mistakes over the years. 2 weeks ago, everything came to light. I accused him of cheating, which he hadn't done, and that was a huge mistake. I was carrying guilt and thought it would be easier if he admitted to something, but that wasn't the right approach. Over the course of 2 weeks, the truth came out in bits and pieces. He finally uncovered the full story. I had been talking to several men on hookup and fetish sites while he was away for work. Some of these interactions were online, but the worst part is that I brought one of them into our home, into our bed. That's the part that hurt him the most. I had kissed another man early in our relationship and had gone out pretending to be single more times than I can count. I kept it hidden for years. The day it all came out was brutal. It happened just after we booked our wedding venue. I was excited, envisioning the future we were building. But 2 hours later, that future crumbled around me. I can't imagine how painful that must have been for him. Since then, I've been doing everything I can to process this and make things right. I've been learning about infidelity recovery, attending therapy, and even watching videos on rebuilding trust. I found a therapist who specializes in this area, and I've been going every week. But despite all my efforts, I can see how much this is still destroying him. He made me give back my wedding ring, removed all the pictures of us from his profile, replaced our mattress, and even tore up a painting of us. He says he can't bear to look at anything that reminds him of what I've done. I know he's angry and heartbroken. Sometimes he punches my things or lashes out verbally, and I don't blame him. I caused this. The hardest part is seeing how stuck he is while I'm trying to move forward. He says it feels like I've healed and left him behind, and he doesn't understand why he's still hurting so much. I'm trying everything I can to make it right, but I don't know if it's enough. He's stuck in a cycle of trying to move on, only to be overwhelmed by anger and sadness. He says he doesn't deserve to go through this, and I agree he doesn't. I want to fix this, but I don't know how to help him move forward when I've caused so much damage. I don't want to lose him, but I know I've broken his trust and his heart. I'll do whatever it takes to rebuild it, but I wonder if it's even possible to heal from something this big. Update: 5 weeks later, I thought we were moving forward after everything that happened. He's been calm and understanding, but now it feels like everything we built is slipping away faster than I can hold on to it. He's officially canceled the wedding and told everyone, his family, my family, our friends. I didn't know until they called to express their concerns. He pulled back all the deposits from the venue, caterers, and everyone else without telling me. I never imagined he would actually go this far. I'm a wreck. I haven't been able to eat or sleep since he told me. I've tried talking to him, but he says he doesn't think he can go through with it anymore. He's exhausted from trying to hold everything together, and he doesn't believe I truly understand the pain I've caused. He said canceling the wedding was the only way he could take back control of his life. My parents are furious with him. They think he's being unfair and that he's giving up too soon. They don't understand how much I've hurt him and the work he's been putting in to move forward. I feel torn between defending him and trying to salvage what's left of our relationship. In the past 4 months, I've made significant changes. After D-Day, I gave him full access to my phone, email, and even installed a GPS app. I committed to therapy with an amazing counselor, and our communication has reached a new level of intimacy. But even with all these efforts, I'm not sure it's enough to heal the wounds I've caused. I had never experienced anything like this before. For the first 3 weeks, I felt hopeful and believed we were building something better than before. But then, 2 weeks ago, everything fell apart. He hit a trigger that sent him into despair, and it felt like the weight of the betrayal crashed down on him again. He told me he feels suffocated by the pain of what I did, and that he just wants to escape. Then he said that he doesn't think I've done enough work to understand why I cheated and how it even happened. He told me he can't forgive me and doesn't believe he ever will. I'm devastated. I know I've hurt him more than words can express, but I truly thought we were moving forward. I've been focusing so hard on the progress we've made together, but I can't ignore how the past keeps haunting us. I'm terrified that he's right, that we'll never be able to get past this, and that everything we've worked for is about to collapse. I don't know what to do. I don't want to give up on us, but it feels like every step I take just reminds him of how badly I've broken his trust. I know he feels like this betrayal is changing who he is, and honestly, it's changing me too. Story 2. I can't seem to turn things around. I've been struggling after betraying my partner. It's been less than a year, so I know I can't expect too much. There are days or weeks where things seem to be improving. I manage to keep my problematic behaviors in check, and we spend quality time together, which feels challenging but good. Then, I'll have a low day where I forget something or make a mistake, and it causes a fight. They'll react strongly to something I said or did, and then ask for reassurance. I get defensive, but I don't fully understand why. I desperately want to reassure them, but for some reason, I can't bring myself to do it. As ridiculous as it sounds, I keep thinking about how we ended up here. I know the choice to betray my partner's trust was mine, but we got here because I was terrified to communicate with them about my thoughts, feelings, desires, and struggles. I didn't want to be judged, and I didn't want to hurt them. But here we are. When they want to go through my social media, emails, search history, or texts, my initial reaction is that I don't trust them either and just want them to leave me alone. The truth is, I don't trust them. They didn't lie to me or cheat, but I never talked to them about what I was going through because I was too blind to see that they were hurting too. I've been too focused on my own pain to understand theirs. Now we're here. I've hurt them deeply, but I'm in pain too. I've failed to uphold my own sense of morality and integrity, not only by betraying them, but by lying about it afterward. I carry the knowledge that I've wounded my partner so deeply that they may never fully recover. I can't lean on them for emotional support, one of the reasons we got here. I can't ask for their help in reconciling, another reason we got here. I can't even seek the reassurance I've always relied on in our relationship because after what I've done, it's not their job to reassure me. I desperately want to rebuild and reconcile after I've torn everything down, but I don't know how to do that without their help. How can I advocate for my own needs in this process when I'm the one who caused all of this? Therapist's advice. Your defensiveness is a natural reaction to the stress of the situation, but it's hindering your progress. You likely feel vulnerable and exposed, which triggers the instinct to protect yourself. However, this only fuels more conflict and reinforces your partner's feelings of mistrust. Therapy, both individual and couples, can help you understand and manage this reaction, giving you healthier ways to respond when your partner seeks reassurance or accountability. When you feel like you can't trust them, ask yourself where that feeling is coming from. Is it truly based on their behavior, or is it the guilt you're feeling that's distorting your perception? Right now, your partner's mistrust is a result of your actions, while your mistrust may be rooted in unresolved shame or discomfort. Focus on consistent actions to show that you're committed to rebuilding trust over time. You're correct that you can't rely on your partner for emotional support at the moment. Instead, seek external resources like therapy to process your feelings and address your needs. Rebuilding after betrayal is a parallel journey, your partner's healing process and decision to trust again, and your own path of growth and repair. It will require patience, consistency, and external support to move forward. Stay committed to the work, both for yourself and your relationship. Comments. This sounds like a relationship struggling with issues compounded by betrayal. These problems are both interconnected and separate at the same time. His emotional unavailability and lack of support don't excuse your cheating, but similarly, your cheating doesn't absolve him of his responsibility to be a good partner. I don't have advice, but I want to offer my sympathy. This sounds incredibly difficult. While couples therapy may not always be helpful after infidelity, as it focuses more on the couple dynamic than the specific betrayal, it could still be worth exploring. It seems there are many layers to work through in your relationship.